Hello, it's been a while. I've been rather lapsed. I've been doing lots of cats videos instead. So if you're here just for the cats, thank you very much. Let's get some smoke action going. There we go. Let's clear the energy. Let's see what's going on. So, yeah, I've done a couple of small readings. I did a WhatsApp reading for someone who's living out in Turkey, which is quite fun. Again, if anyone does want me to read on anything, I'm very happy to do it. In the meantime, I have been buying cards, more cards. Okay, so the first pack I've got is Akashic Oracle cards. I'll just give a quick flick through. I'm liking the imagery on it, quite Asian, we shall say, Asian gods, rather beautiful colours. So I'm pretty sure we'll be doing a reading on that. I think what I'm going to have to start doing is I'm probably going to have to do the cards in A to Z order and start reading through rather than picking the ones that I like. I'm loving the look at the shadow work oracle cards. Okay. The repair, evolution, growth oracle cards are also pretty. But I did a brief reading for myself the other night, and it basically told me exactly what I needed to know. And then we have the clarifying life situations cards. So I'll just give you a quick flick through. These ones I think are quite interesting. Depending on which way they come out, there's two different readings to the cards. Again, nice imagery on it. And lots of cards to pick from. So I think that will be quite interesting to use. Okay, let's just have a look. What else have we got? I'll give you a quick look at all of the cards. Have I put these in the right way? Yeah, there we go. So these ones again, main words at the top, and then it gives a very, very in-depth paragraph at the bottom that I think give a lot of detail. So there we go. That's those ones. Now the other thing that I brought up was it was my birthday last month. I'm not really into birthdays. You get to a certain point that you're gonna realise you're just going in a certain direction. My nephew chose this for me. So the cat zodiac. So what I have a plan to do is that more than likely, let me just grab it, see if I can find it. What have I done? It appears I may have to reorganise my life. No, not that one. So, for the time being, I cannot find the deck. You may have seen I bought the cat tarot deck a while ago. What have I done with it? Where's it gone? Oh, that's quite interesting. Looks almost as if the cat's run off with it. But what I was thinking is that because everyone loves the cats so much, I might do a cat run through. Blending the love of cats with my interest in astrology, plus tying it into tarot cards. Bear with me. It's going to be it's a plan kind of in action, but I just need to get my arse in gear. So tonight we're going to go for the shadow work cards. Part of the reason I'm going to read these is Venus has moved into Leo, and it's aspecting quite a few big planets at the moment. So I think it's catching, it may have already caught Uranus, but it's catching Uranus, Saturn and Neptune, which are conjunct, and at the moment it's opposite Pluto. So again, Pluto is connected to the underworld, the underbelly, the unseen, the occult, and I just feel like tonight would be a good night to do a quick reading for you. And let's see what the energy is going on about, because wow, it's a pretty mapped up world right now. Alright, let's do this. I think the other thing is that I think we're at a moment now where we need to be careful what we are giving our energy to. Personally, I think it's time that we decided where and who we give the energy to. And not just positive energy, but I mean negative energy. Because I think at the moment what is happening is there are people who are benefiting from the negativity, and if we can prevent us giving them any energy whatsoever, it may well weaken their positions and allow for a more positive aspect to come into play. Just my view. Just my view. It's just at the moment there's a lot of people, and basically all they're doing is they're feeding off the fear mongering that's going on. Let's say, well, they are. They're jumping on bandwagons. They're saying what you want to hear because they think it will get the outcome they want. They're not actually interested in what the majority of people actually want or need. So anyway, on that note, let's have a look at the shadow aspect, shall we? And see what these cards have to say about the energies in play at the moment for, let's say, the next week or so. So, cards for the next week. What's the energy in play? How can we work? Again, very colourful, very beautiful cards, these. Do you like a bit of colour in my dark cards? Right. It's an interesting week. Again, there's been a shift in energy. I think quite a few people are just kind of like not actually quite connected. I feel a little bit all over the place. Others have been saying that it was like a big energy shift over the weekend with the new moon. Again, I think I've mentioned in the video, 7th of September, we've got one of the longest lunar eclipses going to be happening. We've just had the new moon in Virgo. That's the first one. There's another one at the end of next month. So let's just see anyway. How do we work with the energies in play at the moment? if we can get these done pretty quick. Okay. Let's see. How do you work with the energies in play? Let's just do this. Okay. Right, do it again. Just going to do it again because I kind of went off track a bit. What do we need to know about the energies in play? Is it yes or no to that one? No. No. Yes. No. Energies in play. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see. I think we are right. Let's just see. What do we want to know? Energies at play. Okay. Any order? No, we shall read them as is then. Okay. Okay, let's go for it then. As I said, these are amazing cards. The unknown. So uncertainty is the only certainty there is. Surrender, curiosity, faith. Now, this is actually quite interesting. I sometimes mention some of the astrologers that I watch. Now, one that I have a bit of a connection with is Penny Thornton. Mainly because every time I watch one of her videos, and the best advice that I can give is if you are watching them, if you know what your sun sign is, find out what your rising sign is. Because the two combined will give you a better in-depth reading. Now, one of the readings that she gave for Sagittarius rising was, you've got to trust the unknown. You've just got to let things happen. You've got to let it play out. Don't expect stuff. So this is where we are at the moment. I think we need to surrender the fear that we've got. I think we've got to put some faith into some positivity. And we've got to put out positive vibes for the best outcome. The other card that's now come out is Face Inner Demons. I'm going to have to turn it around, I can't read it. Don't be afraid of the darkness, there is light nearby. Transform, integrate. Now again, I think in some ways this is also, I think when we talk about inner demons, one of the things that we may call our inner demon, which isn't, is our inner child. Because our inner child will have gone through things as they were growing up, conditioning, directions, rules, that in some ways become our inner demons because we are tied to the behaviour that was integrated into us at a very early age. So we all need to take a look at what's going in within us. Virgo, this Virgo new moon is, it's tied to health and wellness. So is it time that we need to start talking more positively about ourselves? I know I do. Is it about looking at what feeds us? Is it about time that we stop being what other people want us to be and be who we want to be? Transformation is not an easy process to go through, and at the moment it's a time of great change globally. There is a lot of darkness around. Hopefully there's going to be a spark that's going to break down that darkness and shine a positive outcome on what can be. That we transform the fear that a lot of people are feeling at the moment, the anguish, the pain, that we can transform it into something positive and say that we're not being affected by what others are putting out there in terms of greed, control, all the other hideous things that are happening right now. It's actually quite funny. I'm thinking this is obviously just kind of like quite a earthbound looking child sitting surrounded by towers. Actually quite, it could even be kind of like sitting on a stone pillar in the middle of a city. Where the last card is more of an enlightened being, almost sitting on a wave or rock, being free from the limits of the city, you know, the harsh concrete city. Here we are by the sea, by the water, illuminated by the light, getting the fresh air. So this one is shedding illusions. The first step is awareness. The second is acceptance, reality, honesty, and self-love. So again, this is continuing the transform and face inner demons. We need to do the work. We need to learn to love ourselves. We need to accept ourselves. We need to have honesty with ourselves. Maybe we need to step away and get a bit of reality. Maybe we need to step away from reading papers that are giving one side of the argument. That we need to step away from media, from the internet. Interesting, I say that, hey? That we look at our realities. But if we do the inner demon work, we can shed the illusion. We can look past. We can become the higher beings. We can be more than who we think we are. We need to get rid of the fear. We've got to have the belief in ourselves. Again, trust the unknown. Maybe it's time that we had faith in our own paths, that we need to go on a path that we haven't walked before. I'm just going to put them that way, hopefully all fit in. There we go. Let's twist those round. So there. And here endeth the lesson. So, as we head into September, it's a time of transformation, it's a time of harvest. So maybe it is time that we start reaping the rewards and putting in the hard work, and let's see where we can get to.